LAP, this is Brandon Reisinger coming to you with your Chairman's Report. We'll start off with the order bank. The Escape is at 27,282. Corsair is at 3,634 for a total of 30,916. I know there's a lot of rumors floating around right now on the floor about next week. We did have a seatbelt vendor that had a fire in their plant that could have ended up affecting the production towards the end of next week. From what I've told, we've got a backup vendor that is able to produce the part that was going to be missing from them. So we are going to be running all week next week. So there isn't any validity to that. Now, that's not to say something else couldn't come up between now and then, the way things have been going here lately. But as of right now, next week looks to be safe. The following week, the week of the 24th, that was scheduled to be a layoff week. And I say was because that one is complicated. For night shift, it is a layoff week. Night shift team leaders are going to be in team leader training that week. That was the plan all along. For day shift, there is conversation right now going on. It looks like day shift will work at least one shift on that Monday the 24th, possibly a second shift on the 25th. We're not real sure yet. That's making up units that were lost, what was that, last week or week before. Those have to be made up because we're coming up on the end of the quarter. We're down those units. Everything has to be built by midnight, March 31st, or it does not count for the quarter. So that's why that is happening. The downside is day shift, you're going to have to work a couple of days. The upside is you won't have to file unemployment for that week. So that's what it's looking like. That could change as well, again, until the company gets it put out officially. I can't own that. I can't tell you that you're for sure off that week, but that does look to be what's in the cards. I've had some questions from skilled trades. Everything is indicating that all of the skilled trades are going to be working their normal shifts that week. There aren't any discussions about layoffs for trades. So that covers that week there. After that, going forward, I know there was an email that popped up and got posted on Facebook the other night. I've had tons of questions on that. Yes, there was some validity and some accuracy to that email as far as stuff that is being discussed. Now, as far as that goes, it looks like the Derby week, that is going to be a down week. The discussion is both shifts that week. There's a lot of stuff that goes on that week that people like to participate in. So it kind of made sense more so than doing one shift that week and one shift another week down the road. After that, there is discussion of having one shift work the week of Juneteenth. And beyond that, it's kind of up in the air. Now, what I can tell you, that email had a couple of weeks post-shutdown. Trying to guess down weeks for the third quarter at this point, it's paramount to the weatherman telling you it's going to snow the week after Easter. Could it snow the week after Easter? Absolutely it could. But for them to say they know it's going to happen, it's just, that's false. So what that email was laying out for the third quarter was, if weeks are needed, what weeks would be ideal and in what format. They have no idea where we're going to be at in the third quarter yet, so I can't give any merit to any of that stuff from shutdown on. The shutdown obviously hasn't been announced yet. I do expect that to be the week of 4th of July, but the company has until April 1st to make that official. So when that comes out and it's official, we'll let you know. We do know that we've got a couple of down weeks for shifts mixed in here and there, and I'm trying to let you guys know as much as I can as it comes up, but it's a moving target. Somebody asked me the other day, what's our schedule look like? When are we going to be down? And I said, well, at 7 a.m. it was this, but at 10 a.m. it could end up being this. And that's the way it has been for the last couple of weeks. I'm getting you all the latest information as I get it. But please understand that all of this it's a constantly moving target. And that's because things juggle around as we lose some units here or there. Things can change on the ones that are further out because we could have new orders come in. We could have orders that get pulled out. So I'm trying to get you everything that I can as often as I can. But please don't go booking trips, because there's a possibility that your shift is going to be out the week of Juneteenth. It's not a good idea, and I don't want a bunch of people being upset with me and saying, hey, you said we were going to be off, so I bought plane tickets. I'm headed to Florida. Until the company announces it, you're not off. You're scheduled to work until they put it out that you're not. So just wanted to get that out and kind of give you guys a little bit of a heads up on that. Uniforms. I've had some questions about uniforms here lately, and I know it's probably been 6 or 7 weeks since I told you guys, hey, I think we're close. We had some hang-ups in purchasing, some back and forth. They were trying to, purchasing wanted to try and give us a vendor that was not union friendly, was not able to use the wheel, wanted to push some foreign, a bunch of foreign clothing items on us, and we had a large back and forth there before we got that ironed out. I think I'm finally able to tell you that we are approved for uniforms and we've got a date. The vendor is approved, and the financing for such has been approved. Basically, we've got a meeting coming up beginning of next week to review the uniform ordering website. It'll be me and the bargaining team along with the company. If everything's good there and it looks good to go, we're going to get flyers out, notify everybody. The plan is for us to have our ordering period start April 1st. Contractually, we get a 1 month window to order uniforms. So what we're looking at doing is the month of April 1st to May 1st. If that changes, I'll get it out to you, but I honestly, unless there's some large hiccup with the way that the website is set up, I do look for this to be an April 1st launch, and we'll get flyers out, we'll get stuff posted all over the building, we'll make sure everybody's aware. I believe what we're going to have is a QR code that we'll be able to hang up on signs and put on some flyers, scan the QR code, go to the website, be able to view everything that's available. I believe from the discussions that we've had, you guys are going to log in probably using your global ID, and I'm sure there'll be some sort of way you have to go in and set up your password and stuff. Don't know what all that's going to look like yet, but everything's going to be able to be done online. We also have a plan to have the vendor down here prior to the ordering period opening, and we're going to try and get them set up in the cafeteria to allow people to view some samples and check out some of the garments, see what they feel like, if you want to try something on to make sure you're getting the right size. But they are planning on coming down. Don't believe we're going to have any hiccups with the cafeteria. If we do, if the company gives us flack on that, then we may have to do something down at the hall. But one way or another, we're going to get them down here where you guys can get a look at all of the stuff that's available, decide what you like and what you don't like, and figure out what fits and what doesn't. I believe that's all that I've got for this week. Again, on the down week stuff, the down days, down shifts, it constantly moves. I'm sure I'll be back here next week telling you, hey, this has changed to this, but I'll try to keep you guys in the latest info as I can. Thanks, and we'll see you next week.